Hello today, my dear viewer. Back to OctoberCelebrations, where we dive into Roblox's history and uncover many secrets. Today is about Retrostudio and the end of the line, as I call it, Retrostudio's hat drop incident. So let's hop right to it. If you live under a rock, Retrostudio is an old Roblox revival that seeks to replicate the old games. It also serves as a sandbox for users. This story takes place in late 2020 to early 2021, back when a specific feature was in place. Now, back in old Roblox, there was a system called hat dropping. With the press of a button, you could drop your hat, or hats, on the ground to collect and swap with others. However, this would prove to be quite annoying in later years. And Roblox, seeing all the newfound popularity they had, decided on January 9th, 2017 to remove it. It would seem some outraged, but many quickly forgot about it. So when Roblox, RetroDev's first game, was released, the devs thought, hey, let's bring this back for authenticity's sake. And so it stayed. Retrostudio would go on to keep said feature. However, this started to create slight issues, given there was no hat limit in Retrostudio at the time. Many just bought as many cheap hats as possible and dropped them in pit games, or sometimes in games that disencouraged hat dropping. However, it was just a few games being targeted, and it didn't happen too often, so devs didn't do anything. After all, what's the worst that could happen? And all was well for a while, but one day this would all change, and this incident would go down in history. To me, at least. This all started one day in Area 51, a game by Stick Puppet that had some players playing, and I thought nothing of it. However, when going onto Discord, I saw some messages talking about how everyone needs to check this out, or something. So I decided, what the heck, there's nothing else happening today, and joined. So, you can imagine how surprised I was when I saw the giant hole entrance to the site was being filled to the brim with hats. There were possibly hundreds, or even thousands of hats in there. So, what did my dumbass do? I decided to go into my avatar page and put every hat I owned on, trying to help fill this thing to the brim. Everyone was laughing, spamming their lols and their lamaus as we tried to fill the thing to the brim with hats. I remember trying to squirm my way through the pit once, in an attempt to reach the bottom, and when I got there, saw the main room was being blocked off, and flowing with slow-moving hats. I also remember seeing all the monsters in the game were just lagging their asses off and moving so slow, due to the utter amount of hats. This insanity would reach its climax when an admin joined, and was shocked, no shit, immediately screaming out, "How? What? And bro!" I remember seeing the admin post a picture of the field pit with a message that read something along the lines of, "What the fuck?" Eventually, the admin would reload the game and all the hats would disappear. We were bummed out, but we knew it was what had to be done. After the incident, the developers would add a script that destroys dropped hats after a minute or so, and limited the number of hats you can wear at once to 5, ending most chances for people to do anything like this again, unless they have the commitment. The general channel where all this was being talked about would also be later archived and replaced with a new general a few months later, so I can't back up any of my claims, however I remember it quite well. This incident will always be in my heart, as the end of the line for hat dropping. However, this doesn't mean we can't just run recruitment and flood a game with hats again all the same. So, at least there's that. Well, that's all for today, my dear viewer. Catch the next edition of OctoberCelebrations tomorrow. I hope to see you there.